ADHD, D, 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 D. Hello, everybody. This is Queen Lenora. We got a subject today. Dark skin versus light skin. Something I thought I would never have to talk about. But I guess I do because it is a subject. And it was a subject given to me by one of my kids. My older daughter, that she likes to find ways to get mad at me whenever she can. So these is her choices. She's like, ooh, how can I get mad at my mama? I'm going to tell her about herself. I said, well, Self, go ahead and tell me. And she said, you know what? You prejudice. And I said, what? You prejudice. I'm prejudice? And I had to talk to myself and go, how can you be prejudiced? Aren't you black? And I said, yes, I am black. And then I said, I guess I'm prejudiced. So, to my T, I'm prejudiced. So as she got to telling me that I was prejudiced, she sent me a video. So we're going to talk about that. So, but before we start, please subscribe, like, and hit the bell button for notification, and then put for all notifications, because I'll be popping up here whenever I pop up here, pop up here. Anyway, okay. So now that we got that out, now of course I gotta give my shout outs to people. Okay, I gotta give a shout out to my daughter, who is my marketing person and stuff, and she's 14, and my nephew is 16, who does my videos and my thumbnails and all this stuff, and they are just getting me out there, and they're working their butts off, and so I have to give them a shout out. I have to give a shout out to my girl Shavante. We do the Talk It Out show together. Talk It Out show, go and watch our show. That's awesome as well. That's ran by Linda Johnson, which my niece and nephew work, not niece, my daughter and my nephew work on that. My niece is the one that started me on YouTube, so that's why I keep wanting to say my niece. She started me on it, and then my daughter and my nephew was the one that took over. Shavante, she is a Mother Earth consultant, and you can check out her YouTube page. Of course, I'm here on Love and Live show. And my daughter is making us start a new page, which is on Instagram, which is going to start being on YouTube. I think they're working on it. I'm just letting them work. I said I don't even want to know nothing about it. Just tell me when to do a video. So that's where we are. And that is called Two Diamond Divas, because I guess when me and Shavante were crazy. And when you see us on the Talk It Out show, my name is Lydia. Her name is Joanne. And it came from a play called Who's Full of Who that we did. And that's what we were. Okay? So as long as we got all that out. Sorry for that. So now that we got all that out, let's go on light skin versus dark skin. So in the black community, and this is really for us black people, on how we should treat each other and stuff, and things that white people, if you want to know something about black people, here you go. So we have a thing called light skin versus dark skin, and it usually comes back probably, it could be before slavery, but I'm going to go with slavery. The light-skinned people got to be the in-house, you know the word. And the black people were the outhouse, out in the field. We were called field. You know what the words are. I'm not going to use it because I just don't feel like it's appropriate. Okay? So, in this motion of this conversation of light skin versus dark skin, that is pretty much where it started from, my opinion. Like I said, it could have started before. But the light skin were more welcome in the house because that meant they weren't as dirty as the dark skin. So they were able to do all this stuff and be the nurses and be in the house to be the housekeeper and have sex with master and all that. Even though master did go out in the field and get some people too and do the do. But that was more of a sneak, where in the in-house it was more, yes, you can do that. You can sleep with the light-skinned women. Don't touch them darkies. That's how it came. So as in our community, we feel, okay, so let me put it this way. Some, not all, a lot of light-skinned people feel they're better than dark-skinned. And dark-skinned, not all, feel like they think light-skins are better because they're closer to being white. I'm saying it right. Okay. There's some light skins. So dark skins won't accept light skins in their clique. And majority of it's girls. You don't really get that many with the guys hating on guys because of skin color, but you do get it from the girls. Don't get me wrong, there are guys that do. It's just majority of it is women bashing women. So if you ever watched the show School Days, you got to see the light versus the dark. And it's always been that way. Light skins got the long hair and what we call the pretty hair. And that is where the issue comes. Now, the reason my daughter came up to call me racist, because I don't want you guys to be feeling like, how dare she say her black mother is racist and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so first, she's my foster child, so she wasn't raised with me her whole life. That's the only reason I'm telling you was my foster child. Is to let you know that she wasn't raised with me. I got her at 17, and her brain cortex are blending in. So the left brain and the left brain and the right brain are melded in. So sometimes she goes through these motions, and I allow her to have these. But I'm gonna actually thank her for me having a topic to talk about, because this was really a good topic. Way better than what I was thinking. And then I started, and she had me watching the show on OWN, which is the Oprah Winfrey Network, and watching light skins talk, and then it has one with the dark skin. And I haven't got to it, but it's pretty much going to say pretty much the same thing, but more of a history dialogue. And now we're going to talk about how black people feel, dark skinned girls feel. And since I'm dark skinned, I can go with how dark skinned girls feel. Ta-da! So, and I gonna tell you that I love being darker. Anyway, she's really light. We get it is how I would call her, like Creole light. You know, light skinned girls Creole. She black. She got black hair. Like her hair is blacker than mine. But she light skinned. Anyway, she dates all types of people, but she seems to have babies by white guys. So you can imagine her kids look white. Now, my grandson came first. He came out with a little color. So, he looked like he mixed, which he is. But my granddaughter and my other granddaughter, they just look straight white. And so, I guess there was a conversation that I said a while back, because it was really pretty much right when the George Floyd type of thing happened. Probably, I'll say maybe a week or two afterwards. It could have been even longer. I don't know. So I ended up saying something like, I don't know, I was saying something, and I said basically, your daughters are not going to feel the same effect as a dark-skinned person would feel. So they have it a lot easier in that sense. Because like I'm saying, my granddaughters can actually pass for white. She's blonde-eyed. She got blonde hair and blue eyes. Okay, and she looks white. Period. It looks like my daughter done took somebody else's baby and babysitting it. And then she has another baby that just looks white too. I don't know what her eye color gonna be, because she's still, growing into herself. And I think she's like, 4 months old? Because my other granddaughter is 3 months. So I think she's 4 months or 5 months old. I think she might be 5 months old. So, still doing her thing. So I don't know what had happened, what had transpired for me to get this mean text this morning, but I got this mean text. She's like, hey, you're prejudiced, you said this and this, and I had to really guess. And I was like, what the heck is she talking about? I had to really guess on this. So I was like laughing in my head, and I was like, this might be a good subject. Why don't you watch the video? So that's how we got here today. And for that, I have to say, there's some things I say as a dark-skinned woman that I know has offended some light-skinned girls. Matter of fact, has even offended Shalante, because I told her back in the day, when we first met years and years ago, that I only would date light-skinned. I would never date a light-skinned guy. So I would never be able to date a white. I'd always say I would never be able to date a white guy if I never date a light-skinned guy, because you got to get to light to get to white, right? That's just how my brain goes. I'm not saying these are facts. It's just how my brain goes. And that offended her to think I don't like light-skinned people. And I never did. I just said I prefer dark-skinned, because light-skinned people, in my opinion, light-skinned guys, not girls, but light-skinned guys were more conceited. So I had boyfriends that were light-skinned, and they was in the mirror way more than I was. And I was like, I don't have time for this. And every time I dated a light-skinned guy, that was what I fell into. So I just stopped liking light-skinned guys. Dark-skinned guys seemed to be more into me and wanted to be around me. And it had nothing to do with really like a light-skinned versus dark, just what I dealt with. I had nothing against white guys because I never dated them. I prefer dark chocolate. And you got to understand, when I was younger, even when I went to our white school, all the white girls be outside tanning. Guess what I was doing? Outside tanning because I was trying to get darker. I wanted to be dark. I love black. I have always loved my blackness. I love black. I'm just in love with my blackness. I don't remember not being in love with my blackness. I don't remember it. I don't remember the time that I was like, oh, I wish I wasn't black. I don't remember ever saying that. And now people have different things that they say they like, oh, I wish I was skinny. I never wanted to be skinny. I want to be, of course, lighter than what I am now, but I never want to be skinny. But I don't have nothing against anybody that's skinny. I mean, I don't know. So when I've been around where people get mad and go, oh, they don't ever want to date a big girl, and all the big girls in the room was mad. And I was like this, and he has a right to say he doesn't want to date them. That's how I feel. Now, I know I'm going everywhere with this. It's because my mind is plugged with so much information to do with this. It's confusing me. So there is a version that there's light skins against dark skin, and light skins are better than dark skin, and that's because society has built that. So I watched the show and they said you have to be taught this is not something. Yes, but the same way we're taught everything. It's something you still have to mind change. Every guy doesn't want a toothpick girl that looks like she anorexic. But that's all you see on the magazines or in the pornos or in videos or any. You don't see the big chunky girl doing hey and all the guys talking about they love big girls. You don't see that. You gonna see more light skins, and more light skins to me see maybe they have more confidence in themselves. But I also have said to myself too, a lot of pretty girls I think are like one of the biggest hoes, because for me they don't think they have to abide by the same rules as what you say so girls or okay girls or ugly girls or big girls or this. Society plants what it is. So I guess that's the border of what this conversation is. Society puts everybody in a category. And we fall in the category of choosing. There was a season where there was I remember the season when dark-skinned guys was in. Like nobody sees that and go, wow, dark skins are in. I mean, come on. There's always been dark skins, you know? And that was just for dark-skinned guys, you know? Everybody liked the light-skinned guys. You know, if you think about back in my day, you had the I'll Be Sure. The Christopher Williams. Now, I'm going to tell you, I ain't seen I'll Be Sure. What I want you to do is look at New Jack City or Christopher Williams in the song I'm Dreaming. And then now look at Christopher Williams. Pick your choices. Pick your choices. I'm not saying them. I'm just saying pick your choices. We all don't understand that we should be really going by with what is inside a person. And as we're all black, regardless if we're black and white, because mixed girls have a heart, they don't know to claim the white side or the black side. They have to pick one or the other, and they don't understand why. And if I was mixed, I'd probably be confused. Like, who do I have to pick? Do I pick my white side because I love my white family? Do I pick my black side? Well, I love my black side. But my black side said that the white side won't choose me. If we was in slavery, they would have to kick it with us. But then I would be the in-house. When I should be out there in the field. I mean, just saying. And we're going to keep it real with this conversation. We got to really keep it real. We really got to go deep into this conversation to understand that